Hello and welcome to another RABtoons stream of making models for Final Fantasy X-2 in a nutshell. Sorry it's a little bit later than I said. I did give a 5-minute warning which now turned into 10 minutes. Was having a little bit of problems setting up the stream dashboard, but seems to be all hunky-dory now. Hello Orsonator and hello Cirque Oromuth and hello 64 Power. I'm doing quite well, thank you. So yeah, let's just jump straight into it. So last time we made Pain, Riku and LeBlanc. So today we are going to make Shinra, Buddy and Gippal. So I'm just going to jump straight into it. Hello James and hello Ashton. So as always we start by finding the RABtoon model template. Do let me know if the music is too loud. You'll notice we've jumped back to the Final Fantasy X soundtrack because we pretty much got to the end of the X-2 soundtrack on the last stream. So I'm just going to start out by naming this one so we don't make any mistakes. So let's name this one Shinra. Sup, it's your boy Gippal. Hello Nico VA. That is the voice of Zack from our Crisis Core in a nutshell there. Hello and welcome to the stream. Oh hey, it's Saucy Noodle. You do funny Final Fantasy Final Fantasy 14 shitpost meme video things, and I very much enjoy watching them. Hello. It is very much an honour to see you comment on one of these. So what I also start off with is by getting a reference of the character I'm about to make. So we're going to start with Shinra. This seems to be a pretty good reference image, so I'll just use this one. I'm just a kid. Luckily I'm not voicing Shinra because that would be a terrible voice for him. Hello Cristiano, hello Leaf Ninja, and hello Jackie Shung. Oh hey Jesus Adorno, it's going pretty well apart from the fact it's almost 2 AM in Britain land, but can't be helped I suppose. Let's get rid of that cursed front facing model. So we zoom into 200% because that's my preferred drawing zoom in level. Let's move Shinra into here a little bit so I can just see what I'm doing a bit better. So this could either be a very simple model to make or a very awkward one. Let's see, shall we? Okay, right, so we get the brush tool and we're just going to draw the start of the mask. And I noticed I've made a little mistake there, so I will just correct that. Get the eraser, lock the template so I don't. So you'll notice I've locked the actual template itself, so that when I'm doing this, which is erasing things, oh look, it didn't actually do anything. That's why we do that. Hello, Kaiden Antonio. Let's start with the mouthpiece speaker. I'm not quite sure. It's not quite a gas mask, this mask of his, but it's also not. Shinra is just a very odd child. We'll all agree on that. So we'll get all these tiny holes. There we go. Do what? Not sure what you're on about there, Ben. It is theme. Flash is dead, Alex, sadly. Yeah, I'm old school. I still use Flash even though this is like no longer supported at all. But I like it for drawing, it fits the purpose for what I need it, so I don't see any need to change. Okay, so he's got a strap there. And and another strap here. I'm just going to erase the base of the mask. And these little buckle things slightly overlap, so we'll do that. And we'll do the eye visor thingy. And I think we'll turn off his layer there for a sec so I can actually see what I'm doing. I knew it was no longer supported, but it's super cool you still use it. Thanks, Alex, at least someone thinks so. Oh my god. Hello, Sirius. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, so this is where it could be difficult. I don't do straight lines very well. This is going to take a few attempts, I can tell. Good enough, good enough. We'll roll with that. Close enough for government work, as I like to say. Ben, with his wisdom there, if you can make things move, use it. A great animator. And let's do the little line thingy. Alright. Bugger. Tune. Love me some Overworld. Makes anything feel epic. I'm not going to go too ham with the details. Well, so we'll turn back on the main head template, and it's kind of got a condom head shape to his head. I always said so. Let's see if we can replicate that. Oh, you said hello to me. Nice. I've been a fan since Resident Evil. I love your work. Keep it on. Thank you, Sirius. And yes, Shinra does technically have a cameo in Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think you can see one of the images in the Google search when I did that a second ago. Maybe when I jump back I'll point it out. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so let's start colouring the mask. Alright, what have I done here? What is that? So I've drawn on the wrong layer at some point. Don't worry, easily fixed. So we cut, and then... Nope, that's not one. Okay. So I see what's I'm doing here. Cut that. And we'll stick it there for a second. Then we'll cut the lines I've missed. And then we'll paste them back on. Good as new. Okay, so colouring is often difficult for me. Mainly because, you know, colorblind, blah blah blah. Same shite, different day. Shinra probably smells like a chocolate stable wearing that too. Yeah, that suit looks very skin tight and uncomfortable. Okay, so these ones, yeah, I can see straight away where the gap is. Gap in the line art, you don't get to fill in. Hey, can you make an I'm just a kid joke with Shinra? Don't worry, there will be at least one I'm just a kid joke. I can assure you. It's like... it would be illegal to do a 10-2 nutshell and not do something on Shinra's classic catchphrase. This soundtrack always makes me anxious. This particular one. I do love it though. Okay, so I'm not quite happy with the curve of his head there, so I'm just going to rectify that. There we go, that looks much better. So now I'm going to shade the mask. Darker colour, possibly not that dark. It's in the DC universe. Like a darker shade of that. A darker shade of that. And that. And that. It's too dark. Smidge dark, less dark than that. Oh, hang on. Opportunity has presented itself. No. So, in combat system that involves changing clothes, who did it better, 10-2 or Lightning Returns? That is a very good question. I'm gonna have to go with my girls' YRP on this one. 10-2 definitely did it a lot better. Because the outfit changes actually correlate to job changes, which is a lot better than whatever the hell they did in Lightning Returns. I can't even remember what the outfit changes did. Okay, cool. I've never caught a live one of these. Hey, welcome, Colby. It's fun. They're not the most thrilling things ever, but if you're interested in seeing how these models are made and just generally chatting bollocks with the creator of RABtoons, and yeah, these can be fun. I certainly enjoy doing them. Yeah, I think I'm quite happy with the body there, so we'll move on to the rest of the outfit. What was your favourite dress sphere in 10-2? I said this last stream, but it's definitely the warrior dress sphere, because it gives Yuna a very similar sort of appearance to Tidus, and I think that's just a nice little sort of correlation. This is going to be gold. Thank you, Incredibly Stoned. I really hope I don't disappoint with the 10-2 nutshell. I know a lot of people hold this game in high regard, or some people just think it's such a ridiculous game that it needs to have a really ridiculous parody to go with it, and I aim to deliver on that front. This is a cool track as well. Okay, right, so... kind of wish I could see what his feet look like. Bit of a weird question, but... it is vital importance. So we'll kind of just guesstimate for the time being. Okay, so let's do the pattern at least. That way I can sort of work with that. I am really excited for this. I can't wait to see what you do with this one. Thank you, Connor McKimmy. I've enjoyed every few nutshells, especially 14. It was so good, both parts. Thank you, Jeffrey. Am I looking forward to Final Fantasy 16? I am very reserved about Final Fantasy 16. It's not looking good. That it seems to be kind of like Lightning Returns in that you only control one character through the game, but it's too early to tell, so fingers crossed that is not the case. Okay, so let's do the stitching. Should be easy. Such a stark contrast in the soundtrack between this one and 10.2. Would you want 10.3, and if so, where would it should it take place? Personally, I'd want Vraska's Pilgrimage, or like 10 years after 10.2. Now, this is a good question, because I wouldn't mind a 10.3. However, I actually don't think covering Vraska's Pilgrimage would be a good way to go, mainly because it would be a lot like Final Fantasy IV, the After Years, in which it is basically a carbon copy of the original game, because Vraska's Pilgrimage would basically be the exact same as Yuna's Pilgrimage, which means that all the same locations, all the same story beats, all the same Aeons. There wouldn't really be much room to do anything new. And like, who would the villain be? Because, you know, it would just be Yunalesca at the end. Pretty much like 10, but without Mr. Poggers. Seymour. Forgot his name for a second. Pulling strings. Okay, I'm going to have to zoom in a lot more than that to see this. Also, if the audio drama will, I think it's called, if that's anything to go by, I really don't want Square to handle a follow-up to 10. Quite possibly the worst piece of Final Fantasy related media ever. And I do not say that lightly. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Google to find out what the rest of Shinra's body looks like, and there's someone who said there's a reference to Shinra in Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is it. In the Shinra headquarters you can see this photo here, and as you see, it's very much supposed to be the same mask Shinra wears in Final Fantasy X. Now, does this mean the games are actually linked like Final Fantasy X-2 originally suggested, or is this just an Easter egg? We will probably actually never find out, so I wouldn't dwell on that question too much. Aha, there we go. Oh, look at him in his wee little boots. Do 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 do. You know, RABtoons, someone's working on a fan-made Final Fantasy X-3 that focuses on Vraska's Pilgrimage, and so far, people have said good things about the demo. Well, I was definitely not aware of that, Brandon. I will have to check that out after the stream. Best Final Fantasy battle theme of all time. Do 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 do. Okay, so I've made Shinra a little bit too tall, so let's scale him back, because after all, he's just a kid. As always, he has very awkward leg bottoms. Okay, that's about as good as you're going to get for those. Yeah, it's a very box standard boots. Colour in the bottoms. Colour in the toes. Colour a darker shade. Grab a darker thingy there. So as you can see, the hardest part of making Shinra was just pretty much his mask. Once I've got him, there's a reference there, I'm just going to give him little arms. So we can grab the colour of his gloves, so it's accurate. And then we'll get rid of the reference model. I remember seeing TSW in theatres, it was weird. Okay, I think I've missed a beat there. Just a kid and source of future great evil. Oh yes, I finally caught a live stream. Welcome, Edwin Flores. I really wanted to do a voice for this Gippal, but my work schedule sucks long. So as a little reference to the fact that Gippal was voiced by the same person who does Zack's voice in Crisis Core, we have done the same and got the voice actor for Crisis Core to voice Gippal. Just as a little fun nod. And there we go, we have Shinra. I think he's turned out quite well actually. Oh, let me do that. Cool, one down, two to go. Alright, so next we are going to do Buddy, who is actually a very minor player in 10-2, but he has a few lines in a nutshell, so he needs a model. Supposedly he was around for the events of Final Fantasy X, as per his word, but that is actually not true, because he is not actually in Final Fantasy 10, the original, at all. T-pose to assert dominance. Are you going to do the other 14 expansions? Yes, I am. I am ashamed to say 10-2 was my first Final Fantasy. Hey, don't be ashamed of whatever Final Fantasy got you into the series, because, you know, that's not cool. Whichever game got you into the series, it is a blessing to me, so, you know, just think of it like that. So, let's start again on the template. Let's save him off the bat to ensure we don't mess up and save over the template. Buddy, and let's bring Buddy on in. Get in here, Buddy. Come on. Just place you there. Luckily his head is very, very simple, so this shouldn't take too long. As I predicted, Gippal will be the hardest one at the stream, I reckon. Don't know if you've been asked this before, but do you play Final Fantasy Opera Omnia on mobile? If you do, what are your favourite characters to play? I actually get asked that quite a lot. I've only played Opera Omnia a little bit. I did enjoy it. Found the battle system a little bit confusing, and the fact that you have to hold the phone sideways to play it kind of put me off playing, because I prefer playing the phone in portrait mode when it comes to games, because I can just do that mindlessly while I'm walking or sat down, or I just find holding a phone horizontally awkward. I don't know. I'm just weird like that. Even though I play PS Vita and the Switch that way for a mobile phone, it just doesn't sit well with me. So I haven't actually gone back to Opera Omnia in a very long time. But maybe when I've run out of stuff to do and play, I'll come back to it. But for now, nah. And hello, Clarence. Thank you very much for that very generous donation. And welcome to the stream. Completely lost my train of thought there. Okay, so yeah, Buddy. Right. It's a very, very simple hairstyle, which is good, because it means this will not take long at all. And we'll make his goggles a separate layer just in case. Hello from Germany. Hello Shadow Hedgehog, and hello Swagmaster. Okay, so these goggles could be interesting. I actually find doing glasses and goggles, etc. in my style quite awkward because of the size of their eyes in my style. It often makes the glasses look very comically big, like more comically than I would actually want it to be. Like, the fact that they have big glasses is not supposed to be the joke. So that actually goes against what I'm trying to go for, which is just a normal looking pair of goggles or glasses. Okay, so I can't actually see what the side of his goggles look like, so we're just gonna do a guesstimate there. And I'm gonna turn off that so I can actually see what I'm doing. Very sinister music. Hello, Dorgan. Oh, you already said... I could have swore you've seen you talking in the stream already. If I haven't said hello to you already, hello, Dorgan. And let's pick the colours of his shades. We'll do his hair while we're here as well. So as you can see, that kind of causes a little bit of a problem with his eyebrows, so we'll raise those just a little bit. That doesn't look right. Maybe we'll give him custom eyebrows rather than the template ones. Something is not sitting right with these goggles. So I'm going to experiment a little bit, and I am going to try to do this without messing up the whole thing. Okay, that looks okay, so I'm gonna bring back his template eyebrows. I'm gonna get rid of the reference picture. I'm gonna lock that, and I'm going to try this again. So So what I'm doing is selecting just this part of the goggle, and then we're just shrinking it a little bit just to bring it in line with the rest of it. We'll shift it over just a little bit. And we'll... Nope, that's not what I want to do. Hey, it's Wheeler. Wesker, not Wheeler. It's always amusing when I see people typo Wesker as Wheeler, because it's something I do all the time. Or it typos as Whisker. It always makes me imagine Wesker as a cat. Okay, good enough. So for those of you who have not been in a stream before, this is basically invisible ink. It's the pen tool with yellow switch to alpha all the way down to 0. It basically makes invisible ink for me to do whatever I want with. So we'll pick a colour. Thank you very much, Justin. That's a very cute little robot going woot. Yeah, I quite like that gift. Thank you very much, that is very generous of you. And let's do the shading for the head. Hair, sorry. Can't really think straight. Ethan, you have come to know my family. Claire already got a 5th cat and its name is Albert Wheeler. Lol. Wheeler. Pick a slightly darker shade. I said darker shade. Thank you. Okay. Love the channel. Thanks for the content. Thank you, Justin. That's very generous of you. Let's see. Because this is a quite simple model, I can afford to do a little bit of a... You know what, now that you've said it, I cannot unsee Albert Wesker. Oh god. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Redo. Nope, that's made it worse. That made him look more like Wesker. Okay, abandon that. Okay, screw it, he's just gonna have to look like Wesker, I'm afraid. Yes. I am Buddy, the co-pilot of the Celsius, the flagship of YRP, better known as the Gullwings. Yes. The spheres will be released into the atmosphere, ensuring complete global saturation. Yes. I don't know if you can tell, but I don't actually voice Wesker in our parodies. That is the handiwork of the very talented Bulidon. Complete global blitzball. Chris, I challenge you to a game of blitzball 1v1. Wesker, I don't actually think you can play blitzball 1v1. I don't know, I'm not from Spira, I don't really know, but it's kind of like underwater football, and I don't think you can really play football 1v1, so I don't really think your challenge works. Chris, stop trying to undermine me and accept my challenge. No, I'm good. I've missed doing those voices. I really should voice act more. I do enjoy it, but I just don't think my mic and my talents are up to scratch with some of the lovely people who have done voices for our series now. I just feel sort of like, you know, out of my depth, if you understand what I mean. Hey, how would you feel about making a Final Fantasy model contest? What do you mean, Newham? Could you elaborate on that? That sounds interesting. I want to know what you mean. Hey RABtoons, when do you get to the after years, do not play the Steam port. I've seen reviews saying that some things didn't work properly in that port. I highly recommend you emulate the PSP version. I will try. Being that I don't really play PC games anymore anyway, because my PC is a pile of crap that crashes. If you even mention high definition graphics to it. I am working on getting a new PC, just a matter of finding the right one for what I need it for. Okay, so far so good. As always, the fashion sense in Spirit is very much WTF. I mean, what is with this belt? Chris punches the blitz ball through Wesker's chest. That would be a very amusing end to that little imaginary skit I came with. Are you ever going to continue the Resident Evil series? And I get asked this one a lot. Yes, we will continue Resident Evil eventually, because there is so much potential there, and I do miss doing Resident Evil parodies. I did not actually expect this Final Fantasy in a nutshell stuff to take off the way it did, and I hate to say it kind of influenced my decision. Well, not really decision, it just kind of ate up all my time. So yeah, I would love to go back to Resident Evil, and I will go back to Resident Evil with Bullet on as well. That's kind of a team thing. I don't feel like I couldn't do it without him. No homo. Okay, so we're getting very close to being able to just do away with the body template for this one. Before I move on, I'm going to start colouring in the top half. Alright, I'm hopping off later. Catch you later, Dorgan. Thank you for stopping by. I just love any variation of Tidus's theme. That's an interesting question for everyone watching. Which pronunciation do you prefer? Tidus or Tidus? Because supposedly, canonically, it is supposed to be pronounced Tidus, and I just hate that with every fibre of my being. Because to me it just makes sense. The game is very strongly connected to the theme of seas, water, exploring the sea, you know, adventure. So Tidus, like, you know, the tide, just makes sense. So Tidus is like, what? I don't know what they were thinking with that. Okay, we've got 2 votes for Tidus. Good guys, good. They're on my side. No, Tidus is titties. Breast humour. Funny. Almost as funny as an average RABtoons nutshell. I like his name being asshole. Well, I prefer Tidus. Tidus sounds close to tedious for me to pronounce it that way. I suppose it describes Tidus though in a way, tedious. Tidus is tedious to listen to. So, because I'm colourblind, I can't actually tell, is this whole ensemble one colour or is it actually 2 different? Because if I do that, that's kind of different. I'm just going to play it safe and make the whole thing the same colour, because I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here. So let's move you up. White. Dolops. Let's redraw that line back in. Do a little line there. For those of you who, because I quite often get asked in these live streams about upcoming voice acting roles that are available, we are currently holding a casting call for Silent Hill 4 in a nutshell. You can check out the link on our Twitter. I'll post it on the community tab later if you don't like using Twitter for whatever reason. Yeah, so we're remaking Silent Hill 4 in a nutshell for this Halloween, because I believe the original is very much due an update, because it is, while it's a classic on our channel, it's not aged very well, and I think it can benefit from being sort of brought in line with Silent Hill 1, 2 and 3 in a nutshell. So that's going to be pretty fun, and if you want to try and be part of that, we are holding auditions for that on Casting Call Club. Link is on our Twitter, and I will post it in the community tab at some point later, or you can also find it on our Discord if you are on our Discord. Love the Besaid theme. I mean, Twitter is cancer, that is true, but it's the best way for me to sort of keep in touch with people, like fans who want to chat for whatever reason. So it's a necessary evil for me, I'm afraid, but people are entitled to feel how they feel about Twitter. I can't say I blame them. It's got quite a rep behind it. Ever considered making Mortal Kombat in a nutshell? Considering there's not really a lot of a story to Mortal Kombat from the ones I played at least. Probably not. Speaking of tactics, RABtoons, how does the Final Fantasy Tactics playthrough go? Okay, I completely minced your words there, but I know what you're asking about, and yeah, the Tactics playthrough has been put on pause for the time being, because I've just... Old World, Soulstorm, and the new Final Fantasy 14 patch is out, and those two have just been eating up all my free time where I'm not animating, so I've not had a chance to get back into it. But last time I played, I beat Kufihan, or however you pronounce it, the Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas looking guy that the priest turns into. It's a very long game for the time it came out. It's just I've got to be in the right mood also to sit down and play it. Thank you, Matthew Neville, that's very generous. Don't know if my voice would be good for that call for Resident 4, but who knows, you never know if you don't try. Also, love the video. Thank you. As a massive Mortal Kombat fan, Raz, there is plenty of story that I can brush you up on. Do tell, Ben, because the only Mortal Kombat game I ever played was on PlayStation 1, and as far as I could tell, you just picked characters and beat the shit out of each other and then killed them in each other in sort of like quite gory and humorous ways, and I don't think there was actually anything more to it than that. But yeah, I'm happy to be educated. Okay, so we're winding down on Buddy, which means we're almost done. Let's give you a new layer. So I'm going to be a little bit lazy, as I always am with my models. I am just going to... I know he had sort of half gloves, but to make things a little... Actually, no. You know what? I'm going to renege on that a little bit. This is a good track as well. The Sights of Spira. Let's shift ahead. Damn, how many layers is this? Right, that's the arms. Goggles, hair, head. There we go. And we have Buddy. I think he turned out about as well as he could in this style. Bro, why the fuck do you need Mega Elixirs when Selfie's Full Cure gets the job done? I also want to say thank you because your nutshells have given me the power to play all these Final Fantasy games. Only 3 left to complete before I touch 14. Oh, thank you, Tonya. I'm glad I managed to get someone into this amazing series. So yeah, enjoy the ones you have left to finish. It's a beautiful tribute to Shaolin martial arts in which good must triumph over an evil, otherworldly dictator while staying in the rules of the gods of their universe, along with frustrating gameplay. Great community, by the way. I'd have to get into a chat with you at some point, like a voice called Best Explain Mortal Kombat. We should definitely do that, Ben. We are long overdue one of those, and that would be quite fun. So yeah, this is this is Buddy. He very much looks like Wesker, and you know what? Let's pull up a model of Wesker to illustrate my point. No, at some point I made a Resident Evil 5 version of Wesker. Where is Wesker's original model? God, I can tell Wesker was made in my old style of models. Sorry, late, impromptu raid. No problem, Riku. Do you remember The Incredibles? Yeah, good movie. So someone pointed out that Buddy, at least in my style anyway, I don't think the actual model from the game looks like Wesker, but my nutshell model for Buddy looks like Wesker, so I put the two side by side to see what you guys think. Very amusing. Don't worry, I'm not doing anything funny. Just having a little bit of fun. People joining the stream just now might be very confused what I'm doing. Just very quickly and very crudely throwing this together. Got rid of a bit of Wesker's foundation there. There we go. Wesker and Buddy, long lost brothers. You know what, I'm gonna save that as... As you see, I've got a lot of project files. It's very easy to get lost. Wesker and Buddy. And I shall definitely post that later to for some amusement. That is a good way to put it, game views. That is Wesker's brother from another mother. So yeah, Buddy and Wesker, long lost brothers. Apparently. Just one got that horsey tan. Alright, let's get rid of that. Uh-oh. We almost had a problem there, but it seems to be okay. So I'm just gonna... This is just something to set up for when I start animating. I might go into it later to explain what I'm doing. But it's just a little precaution to make sure things are ready when I start animating these little blighters. Okay, so on to character 3, the final one of the stream. Depending on time, I may hang around to just shoot the shit and draw and doodle, take requests, whatever, hang, chill. But this one is the final one we are making tonight as per the schedule. So let's save him first of all. Where's Final Fantasy X? Am I being blind? Yes, I am. FFX-2. Gippal, however you pronounce it. As always, we get rid of the cursed forward-facing RABtoon model. You should use the soundtrack Kronos Unveiled from The Incredibles in your video. If it's from The Incredibles, it means Disney is hot on its trails, which means I don't want to be attracting their attention, so I don't think I'll be doing that. Buddy and Wesker should meet up at the next Wesker family reunion. Ah, but then, is he a member of Wesker's family? Or is he a Wescalian? People who've seen our Resident Evil 8 trailer parody will know what that means. So, on to Gippal. So some of you may be familiar with this process I do. I either use the art from Opera Omnia to help with doing the hairstyle, or as I'm very certain he's not in Opera Omnia yet, I'm going to try a different game. A lesser known mobile game that never made it to Western countries called Final Fantasy Pictologica. And it seems he was not actually in that game, but Nuge was. That is very odd. It is very strange that Nuge is in this game and Gippal isn't. Just out of curiosity. No, they only gave one to Nuge. That is a bit of an insult to the other two leaders of Spira. Disappointing. Hello, Ethereal Curse. No Mickey Mouse stuff. The Revengers, where Barry became God to very definitely destroy Wesker once and for all. We swear. We promise that was the last time. I can just tell you're going to be fun because I'm going to have to flip your frickin' eye patch every time you face left or right. There's not actually very many good reference models for good old Gippal. This one's okay. Ideally I want him facing the other way. Oh my god. Is that for real? No, someone's photoshopped. I didn't ship it before, but I kinda get it. Sorry, this could take a few... No, that's fan art. But they did draw it in the Opera Omnia style. Not a bad shout. Okay, so we're going to stop scrolling because I might come across something I don't want to show on screen. Congrats on 100k, brother, assuming. We're not far off, JRD, but thank you in advance for your congratulations. We're getting very close, and I'm actually quite nervous because I promised a Dissidia 012 in a nutshell to celebrate, and I have not started writing one. Okay, so I think it's going to have to be this one because it's the best picture of his face from the angle I want it. Now, as you can see, I can actually see what I'm doing if I do this. So this is a little trick I've developed. So we're going to get the white bucket. We're going to insert a new layer on top of the picture. And we're just going to do this. And voila! I now have a white canvas to work on. And we're going to lock that layer. Okay, so this dude could be challenging. You know what? I didn't see it before, but ever since I found out he was voiced by Rick Gomez, which is the voice behind Zack Fair in Crisis Core, he actually does kind of look like Zack. Maybe that influenced the casting somehow. Could I get away with just taking Zack's hair? No, that would be incredibly lazy. It's tempting though. Oh boy, is it tempting, because I do not like this hairstyle. Gippal is the ancestor of Zack confirmed. That is a very good fan theory, Matthew Surratt, and I am now going to run with that. So, reason to play in English after all then. I would definitely say so, Riku. Not gonna swear. I have done something monumentally stupid. Christ. What am I gonna do? Can we salvage this? We're gonna try. I was drawing on the wrong layer. That is a big no-no. Alright, so I'm gonna show you why that is a big mistake. Because this is gonna be a pain in the butt now. I'll try to figure out what the best way to do this is. Okay, so we're gonna have to open up the original template that I use for all my models, and we're gonna copy that, and we're just gonna paste you back there, close that. Okay, there we go. Right, crisis, core, averted. Lame joke. Pain, yes, love your videos, especially 14 in a nutshell was freaking hilarious. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Gerald Mendoza. The 14 skits will continue, and I had a lot of fun making them, so I'm glad people enjoy them. This is a very chill track to be drawing to. Especially since I need to concentrate. I am just gonna do something out of curiosity. It is almost the exact same haircut. I don't think any of us will judge you for just using a blonde Zack model. I mean, it is very similar. But no, I can't, it would be dishonest. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, that's a little bit too tall. so peaceful. And lo, I'm here. Welcome, Blackjack. You've joined at the most difficult one I've had to make tonight. Love your FFX parade, RABtoons. I think you meant parody, but thank you, Richard Bissell. Something doesn't quite look right. I think these possibly need to protrude a little bit more. The eye patch is going to be great. Oh god, I know exactly why he would love Monster House. I've always enjoyed your streams, Rab. They're always so comforting to watch. Keep up the work, man. Thank you, SFCM05. Need more backflow. Yeah, you're right. I don't think I'm going to be able to cheat that, so... Redo! Let's start again from here. When you all did this song but added laughs, cracks me up every time. I wish I could take credit for it, but it wasn't me. I did put a link to who actually did that soundtrack in the description. Something is just not gelling with this for me. I don't remember what the anime is, but it's kind of giving me this anime character vibe. I think his name is Vash. Don't remember what he's from. Hey, have you seen James Arnold Taylor doing this laugh song? I would love to watch him do a live version of it. First time watching your stream. I love your Resident Evil parody. I know it is very hard to do, but I wish there were more. There will be more. I am Genesis. Don't you worry. Wait, this music isn't Tidus laughing. I'm Captain Bosch. Oh yeah, Vash the Stampede from Trigun. That's the one, Vash from Trigun. Try fixing the hairline. You know what? I think I am going to go with plan B. So we'll just put your hair there. And we're going to borrow Zach's hair again. Let's do this on a new layer. The pick looks sharper. Happy Friday! Thank you, Victoria. Happy Friday to you as well. Hey, some Meta RABtoon FFX-2 on the animation as well. Holy crap, I'm looking at Geek merch and there's one side that offers music on cylinder, like from a century ago. Still bummed about no cutscene skip in FFX remaster. Really, Square? His hair is kinda like Zal's too. When are you gonna make the FF7 remake part 2 video? Gonna have to make a part 1 first. Because that April Fool's was not legit. You didn't really think that April Fool's was how we were going to handle the game, did you? Sorry if I go quiet, I'm very much trying to concentrate on leave that spike there. Ooh-wee. What's up with that? From the Widow's Peak back, then kind of point forward and slot back towards the ear. Just stopping in to say hi, bastards and bastardettes. Hello, Patrick Haycock. Let's see how that looks before we go any further. God, I've made such a mess here. Completely lost track of where I am as well. And we don't want you anymore. And we want that layer off. Why not the remastered FFX OST RABtoons? Mainly because I prefer the original. There are some good remaster tracks, but the original beats it in a lot of ways. So yeah, I think that is definitely a lot better than that. So yes, it was lazy, but it got the job done, so I'm gonna stick with it. So let's make it a little bit less obvious. I just pasted Zach's hair. So for a start, the connect is a little less obvious. Wrong layer. Yeah, I'm quite actually. Even though this is literally just Zach's model's hair slightly altered, I am actually quite pleased with how that turned out. So yeah, I think I'm going to stick with that. And that will be a secret just between you guys watching the stream now and whoever happens to point it out when the video comes out. Animation, the only time cheating benefits everyone. That is very true, Ben. Very true. Okay, right. So I'm gonna have to draw two different eye patches. Does that eye patch actually just disappear into his hair? It does. Let's do eye patch number 1. So we're actually gonna do two different eye patches because I'm going to have to flip them as and when I need them. Excellent X2 secret. So it's a secret to everyone. Zelda reference. Love it. The middle guy looks like a drag queen Quistis. Yeah, I see what you mean. That's old Nuji. How would you like a Final Fantasy IX remake, Raz? I would like it very much. It could definitely benefit from one, I would say. I would love to hear what the voices of all the characters who aren't Zidane would sound like. Sure. Okay, right. That's enough of you. Now we're going to do an eye patch for when he's facing the other way. I'll be back later working on something. Catch you later, Ben. I'm not quite sure what I've done there, but I have a horrible feeling I deleted his eye patch that I drew before. did. I did do that. I knew that this double eye patch. Embrace your dreams, and whatever happens, protect your eyesight, folks. I cannot stress that enough. I cannot see. That is just a matter of fact. I'm Blindbeard the pirate. That is brilliant. I am definitely going to do something with that at some point, but we'll keep his eye patch there. Okay, cool. So let's move on to the body, which is the second part I was dreading. I mean, just look at that. That is insane. You have to make a scene using both eye patches. I wish I had written it as a joke, but I didn't. I gotta find some way to use it, because that is just brilliant. Now that is cursed. Hang on, I gotta get a picture of that. Okay, back to normal. Oh man, your collar is gonna be a pain in the ass, I can just tell. Slow and steady, slow and steady. You made a new invention. Can I patent it? Operation Meehan was not kind. I'm having too much fun watching you, bro. Thanks, Kobe. I am very easily amused. And you know what? I am gonna cheat a little bit with this one. We all know Big Riggs is bad. He had the eye patch before actually. His clothes remind me of Kefka. I can kind of see Kefka. I've got a hot take. I don't like Triple Triad. Heresy. That is like the one thing people can agree was good about Final Fantasy VIII. I've got to ask, what's with the hair? It's the Spirin hairstyle. faster than the 2 there, so we can shift that over a little bit. I always thought this was an odd sounding Final Fantasy X track. Why do JRPGs have the weirdest names? I know, right? Gippal, Nuge, RAB-Live, nerds. You're a winner! I understood that reference. Out of the 3 leaders, who do you think was really the worst of them? Definitely RAB-Live, because he was just a general wiener in general. Nuge was... Gippal was definitely the most reasonable and the coolest. Shmuka. RAB-Live sounds like it could be an actual name at least. I'm back to watching. Welcome back, Sea Dog. Oh, Christ alive! What is that? I mean, just look at this. Come on. Okay. This is gonna be fun. Let's connect those there. See, I always thought Gippal was cool, but now actually observing his outfit up close like this and examining it so I can draw it myself, I'm actually realizing maybe he's not as cool as I thought. It's like the Kingdom Hearts Riku outfit out there. I know, right? You should put the Triple Triad music on. That card game was addictive. I would, but it's on a playlist which I can't easily change without disrupting the stream. What is the name of your art style and how did you think of making it? So I don't have a name for this art style, I just call it the RABtoons style, and I thought of making it as I want something unique to my own, just something that would stand out amongst other things, and I just thought beady black eyes and simplistic stick figure arms, easy to animate. And a lot of it's also inspired by South Park and the way they move, like, you know, the walking cycle in South Park characters is pretty much what I do. I just bob the character model along very lazily, but it works, and yeah, it's just basically simplicity with you know, trying to make it stand out in its own way. How do you get the voice actors for your videos? So I mainly use a website called Casting Call Club, which has always been helpful for me. I always get positive reception on there and quite quick turnaround. But I also have a small pool of friends I regularly turn to. Blackjack can attest to that. Crafty Matt, Eric Honk as well is another one I quite often turn to. Ben Howell. He was here earlier as well. He has done quite a few voices and he is very talented, and I always find him reliable. But for everything else, yeah, I just put out posts and troll and just sort of shop around, look. That belt buckle the wrong way around. Did I? I just asked if he needed anybody. Well, we weren't friends yet, that's how we met. What is your opinion on these clickbait channels that get away with infinite amount of times? So I'm a little bit guilty of clickbait myself. I actually used to sort of use images that purposefully weren't in the video to try and get people to watch my stuff in the very early days. And it actually did work, but it annoyed a lot of people, and I realised it was wrong, and I stopped doing that. So now our thumbnails are strictly only things you actually see in the video. Oh no, not this track. Do 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 do. Jesus, the only thing 8-Triad had over was in the card mod. At least you learned. Thank you. It's not a time I'm proud of. Nobody tell him it was Matt Mercer. Who was Matt Mercer? The problem sometimes I look away from the chat for a second and I've completely missed something. This track always gives me Final Fantasy VIII vibes. It also kind of weirdly reminds me of Pokemon. I'm not sure why. Like the anime Pokemon, not the games. Don't do this. Don't. There's no gap in the line art, okay? I don't know what you think you're seeing, but there is no gap. Because it sounds similar to the sneaking around rocket theme. That's very true. Have you gotten in contact with the voice actor of Tidus? Do you mean James Arnold Taylor, the guy who actually voices Tidus in Final Fantasy X, or do you mean the guy we originally had for Tidus? Because I have never spoken to James Arnold Taylor in my life, even though I would like to. and I have still not heard from the guy who used to voice Tidus for us for almost 2 years now. I have tried to reach out to him. I don't know. So, you know, I'm not going to try too hard. If he doesn't want to come back, he doesn't want to come back. Can't force people. It's a shame, because I really liked his Tidus voice, but we shall work around that. Something not right here. Your Tidus actor sounded convincing. Ooh, line out of place. What's a good food everybody else likes but you don't mind? Sorry. What is a good food everybody else likes but you don't? Mine is potatoes unless they are chips or fries. Well, here in England, I actually really don't like roast dinner, which I'm often chastised for, because apparently roast dinner is like the signature food of Britain. Everyone apparently loves it, and I'm just the weirdo who doesn't like it. And every time people ask me why I don't like it, I really can't give an honest answer. I just find roast meat dry and bland and chewy, and it just takes it. And they say try it with gravy, and I'm like, okay, I'll try it with gravy. I try it with gravy, and lo and behold, it's still disgusting. I still don't like it, and I'm still the weirdo for not liking it. It is often very frustrating, but you know, I've come to terms with it. Do 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 I thought the Snow voice was convincing. Yeah, so that's another one. So the voice actor for Snow in R13 nutshell also vanished off the face of the earth, and I've never heard from him since. I've tried looking everywhere for him on social media, like, you know, within reason, short of, you know, being a creepy stalker. But yeah, he just vanished, and he was like really convincing. Like he sounded just like Troy Baker, which is it's a shame to see him go, but I think you're going to like the replacement in 13.2 in a nutshell. He sounds very close to Troy Baker, the new one, so that'll be fun. Lol, I have a similar issue with funnel cake. Oh no, canned food gives me PTSD. There is literally turkey in a can. Oh, gross. Yo, what did I miss? Shinra and Buddy is who you're missed. If anyone found Tifa more attractive in her dress than how Aerith looked in her dress, they must vanish off the face of the earth. If you had to be stranded on an island for 10 years, who are you bringing? That's a very good question. I think I've been asked this before, and I think I've often said I would probably bring along my best friend Richard Bulleton, as we could just chat about inane shit for 10 years quite easily. So yeah, that wouldn't be too much of an issue. Okay, so I'm reasonably happy with the outfit, which means I can now... Actually, no, I'm just gonna add one more detail, and that was on the wrong layer. Anyone else finds Gippal is insane and also named Riku? Finds Gippal attractive, I mean. Eh? Gonna need a translator for that one. That was on the wrong layer. And that colour was also too dark. Okay, this is not playing ball. Riku sounds like Timmy Turner. If anyone finds that hot, must be sent to therapy sessions. What's a food you think is good but everyone else finds disgusting? I'm quite a fussy eater myself, so I can't say there's actually a lot that falls into that category, but I would probably say at least in my immediate family circle anyway, chicken satay, mainly because it's made with peanut, which not everyone is a fan of, and even if you do like peanut, it's very much an acquired taste, I find. So I often get told, you know, that's nasty and people wouldn't eat it. But yeah, because I'm a fussy eater myself, I don't actually have a lot that falls into that category for me. This track always reminds me of 7. I'm reasonably happy with that. Of course, you've got bloody half cut off gloves or whatever you call them. Reminds me of Trail of Blood from Final Fantasy VII. I think that's what I'm thinking of. It's YT chat. Much like any social platform, it goes all over the place. Ooh, what's up with chat? Out of the 3 boys, Gippal, Barreleye and Loser, who do you like the most? Definitely Gippal, mainly because he's he's got a cool design, apart from his weird dungarees, and he's voiced by Rick Gomez, who voices Zack. And that, as they say, is that. Oh, sorry, rather, this is Gippal. I did not shave his hair. There we go, I was wondering why that didn't look right. There we go, Gippal. And that's all 3 characters I set out to make tonight. Done. So is Final Fantasy X-2 in a nutshell going to have 4 endings like the original? It'll have at least 2 endings. I'm not going to do all 4 of them. That would be insane. For a second there, I thought he was going to be blind in the next nutshell. Oh yeah, because I made sure to do... It's brilliant, I love it. I've got to find a way to use this somehow. Ultra blind Gippal. Who is next? Well, I strictly only really do 3 characters per stream, but as I have a little bit more time to hang out, I think I will do something I don't often have time for when I do these, which is, if you'll bear with, just setting this up for when I start animating. Basically, if I insert keyframe, it allows me to, I don't know, say I just want to pop off Gippal's head without touching the original. It allows me to do that, or if I don't want him to have arms, he doesn't have arms. But it always keeps the original intact, and that's basically why I do that every time I finish a model. Just to keep things ready for when I do decide to start animating with this model. Who's going to play Final Fantasy VII First Soldier? Probably not me. Okay, so since I have a little bit of time, throw out any random requests for doodles, and I'll try and do them from memory. Just any wild suggestion, I'll see if I can do 1 or 2. Pyramid Head. People dropping into the stream right now for the first time might be very confused what's going on. I am doing random doodle requests, speed doodles. I can normally draw better than this, but this is just sort of rough. It's called the Great Knife, the giant knife Pyramid Head uses, but we all know deep down it's actually the Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII. This OST is making this request sounding more eerie than it really is. And there you go. Pyramid Head. Any more for any more. He looks like Cheesehead, crossover with Silent Hill. Requests. Big Daddy. Nah, I'm in the room, Slayer. Yes, OST. Watch out for Wallace. Big Daddy, that could be a challenge. Completely from memory. God, this probably looks nothing like him. Come on, Pokemon. There you go, Big Daddy from memory, from Bioshock. But you're doing great, keep going. So I'm kind of excited about playing Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis just because of being able to play before Crisis, but it's too bad it's going to have microtransactions. Yeah, that's a bummer. Just make a giant John from Garfield, then he'll be a Big Daddy. I would want to see Chun-Li giving me a thigh job. I'm sorry, that was terribly cringy. I'm not drawing that, sorry. What's my opinion on emulators? They are very necessary for the shift in the loss of older games being played on modern software where it's not legal to do so. Draw Mega Man. That's nice. 2 big thumbs up from me for the Big Daddy. Thank you, Colby. It's fun. Do Golbez. Okay, Golbez from memory. So this is Golbez completely from memory. So this is going to be pretty terrible. And then we had like patterns. I can't quite remember what the patterns were. No, I remember he had big, massive pauldrons. This is terrible. This probably looks nothing like him. Okay, so that was Golbez from memory. And now I think about it, this actually looks more like a fusion between XDef and Golbez, which is funny because I always used to get those two mixed up. Okay, draw me Mephiles the Dark. Mephiles the Dark from memory. Luckily, I do mostly remember what Mephiles looks like. Kind of, he says. I remember he didn't have a mouth. And he was pretty much just shadow. Just a lot spikier. Okay, now I think about it, I don't actually think I remember quite what Mephiles looks like. So this is pretty much just my interpretation of Mephiles. I've probably just created a whole new awful Sonic OC here, but this is supposed to be Mephiles the Dark from memory. There we go. Mephiles has no belly. Okay, well I can at least get rid of that. It looks more like the werewolf. Werehog. What did I just join into? I'm taking requests for quick doodles, so if you have any quick fire suggestions, I pick them at random. Draw me a smiley from memory. Shut up, Viral. So yeah, throw out any requests, I'll pick whatever at random after I've had a quick drink. But thanks YouTube, recommended page for finding this IG. I'm very sorry that the YouTube algorithm sent you this way. My dearest condolences. Pikachu. Okay, this should be a lot easier. You know, this is funny, I actually have a Pikachu on my desk, but I'm still drawing this as if, you know, I don't have an immediate reference to look at. Looking more like plus or min at the moment. Definitely looking more like plus or min. With a hint of Pichu as well. These current OSTs have actually been quite nice for this chill, relaxing, just doodling random crap part of the stream. There you go, Pikachu from memory. Catch you later, great stream. Thank you, Justin. I'll see you later. It scares me to know that Final Fantasy in a nutshell was 3 years ago. Oh man, don't say that. Draw Chrono from Chrono Trigger. I don't know which one Chrono is. So I'm gonna draw the first thing that comes to mind when I think of Chrono Trigger, which is probably the completely wrong thing. I can't wait to read the comments because I can see them moving, which tells me I'm not drawing the right person. Okay, so this is, I won't bother drawing the legs. This is apparently Chrono from Chrono Trigger. Because I don't know exactly who that is. I'm aware of the game, I just haven't ever touched it. So I just drew the first thing that came to mind, and this guy, I think he has red hair. Getting Digimon vibes. Yeah, that's right so far. Oh no, not the sword. I know he has swag pants. For all we know, this might be a human frog. He had the swag pants over them. Chrono, the generic Dragon Quest looking guy. You are drawing Chrono as... Oh, well, points to me. I was actually drawing the right guy. I had no idea his name was actually Chrono. Okay, cool. Any more requests? I got a bit more time. Anything at all, just throw it my way. Hello, Dark Elf. Red Riding Hood. I'll say this is probably the most random thing I've ever been asked to draw. There you go, Red Riding Hood, for some reason. Any more? Speed Doodles. Draw Amaranth. Draw Amaranth, give him a top hat and mustache. Okay. I can't remember off the top of my head how exactly his hair goes now. I'm actually drawing a blank on what clothes Aaron actually wears, so I'm kind of just winging it in terms of his outfit. But I got the general gist of him, I think. And I've given him very massive Hulk hands, probably unnecessarily. There you go. Amaranth with top hat and a mustache. What is your favourite version of your favourite FF game? The GBA Game Boy Advance version of Final Fantasy VI, mainly because of the stuff they added and the fact that it was portable and I could take it anywhere at the time. Moustache. I think I got time for one more. SpongeBob or Squidward? I'll go with Squidward. I am surprisingly bad at drawing characters from memory, because I know I'm along the right lines here for Squidward, I know. But I can tell I haven't quite got him right. His face is a piece of bread. What time is over there, my dude? Almost 4 AM, so with that final request, I am going to have to end the stream there, I'm afraid. Thank you all for tuning in. It was fun doing these little requests. I actually had time to do quite a few, it seems. Wow. So yeah, I'll probably post these later at some point, so you can all see them. But yeah, these were all from memory. So yeah, I thank you all for tuning in. It was great fun. Got a bunch of characters done, a few requests, and yeah, so I shall see you all next time. Later. Bye.